Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Delightful, so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm, but if you really, oh really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. When we kiss goodnight, kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm, but if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Now the fire is slowly dying, but my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm, but if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. It glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. It glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Whoa, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows, it glows. It glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Ooh. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows, it glows. Rudolph, you're the brightest star we've ever known.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello, say hello, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. It's the best time of the year, the best time of the year. Now I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello, say hello, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. The mistletoe
is hung where you can see.
Somebody waits for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Is hung where you can see.
Somebody waits for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Is hung where you can see.
Somebody waits for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear,
oh by golly,
have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Thursday morning, everybody. How is everybody's morning going? What up, Man-Bear?
Oh, you know, the usual. Cold, but not as cold as you.
We're at -1. It's not bad.
It's not good.
All right, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Ooh.
Cheers, everybody. Good morning, my most beautiful, amazing Amber. How are you, dear? Hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you doing?
Good morning, Vicki. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Deb Rose.
Good morning, Heather. How are you? We've missed you. How have you been? It's good to see you back.
Good morning, Christina. What's going on?
What up, Brother Copsy? How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful day.
What's going on, DJ Ashley Stevens? Ash.
What is up, Kay? How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
What's going on, Ma? How you doing?
What is up, Kimmy? How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. How's everybody's morning been so far? It's been a pretty, I don't know, Thursdays are busy, but it's not too bad. Go ahead and smoke our morning wake and bake bowl, and we'll go with this one.
The first Noel the angels did say was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 let the good news flow. Born is the King, born is Israel. Noel, Noel, Noel. Then let us all, with one accord, sing praises to our heavenly Lord, that hath made heaven and earth of naught, and with his blood mankind hath bought. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, Noel, born
Noel, Noel, let the joy bells ring. Born is the King of Israel.
Yes, I love the Christmas music. So dope.
You know what I don't like? I don't like breathing. Fuck it already.
It's overrated. Good morning, Crystal. How are you? Good morning, Steven. How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Morning update for December 12th, 2020, something or another. It is Thursday, so big day today. We got dodgeball, we got turf wars. Much love to everybody who came to the shows yesterday, considering of all of the fuckery. Congratulations to Mr. Man-Bear on the Stoner Roulette Trophy win. We'll have that until Monday. Vicki Bowers, if and when you hear this, I did get your message, and I'm getting them fine. Just keep sending them as you are, and then as soon as I can, I will message you back. To anybody that hasn't heard yet, I'm on a messenger restriction ban, and the Cove is on a fucking restriction ban, and that's why we're on Sir Cove Slut's Castle page, because we cannot go live on the Cove until probably tomorrow afternoon. Chilling in the Cove will be on Cove TV page. Hopefully, we will do the subscriber giveaway then, as we did not do it yesterday, considering all of the fuckulations.
Yeah, it was weird because I didn't understand why Facebook was shutting down StreamYards. That didn't.
Yeah, it's very weird, isn't it?
That's weird.
Yesterday afternoon, it was a Facebook problem, not an us problem. The Cove TV thing is an us thing, not a fuck Facebook. But it's fine. I'm not like super upset about it. I mean, I was in the wrong. It's okay. Like they aren't wrong on the reasons.
I mean, yeah,
you could say is it that. Bullshit? Yeah, it was like 15 seconds of a video. Yep. So we just know that now moving forward.
Just to make you feel even worse, Ronnie did something last night on the same weather thing, and they didn't get dinged. He was showing something.
It's coming, bro. It wasn't an immediate deal. It was from a video like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So it's coming.
Well, if Ronnie Chapman's out there, don't do that again, man. Because I know you've been on ban and restriction before, man. So they watching you. Be careful with showing that national. It was national weather, wasn't it, or something like that?
I can't remember the name of the channel.
It looked the same as what you showed, is why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah,
anyway.
And also, so they dinged my personal my personal account, because I shared the link for the show with the copyrighted shit in it in Messenger. So, just saying, everybody.
That's crazy. That's crazy monitoring by them.
I was not aware of what they. I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of figured, but they're definitely seeing our Messenger conversations. Everybody, don't fucking just saying.
Yeah, and what I was saying yesterday, I do it, and I gotta stop. Don't delete conversations.
It wasn't the weather thing. It was a video. We were listening to a Christmas song, and sometimes I'll pull up visuals to go with the music. And it was a video of a dude driving through a blizzard. And I apologize. I didn't know it was going to be an issue. I mean, it was fucking 10, 15, 30, maybe 30 seconds of a video. And
which should undercut the copyright laws technically, because you're not showing a full video, which I think is absolutely ridiculous that they have the copyrights down to the freaking second. It's weird. I think the copyright's backwards, because if you think about it, we're not trying to show these things to for our own gains. It's for entertainment purposes. So if they could change it to, it's not copyright, you're showing it for entertainment purposes, not to gain anything.
Dude, the next 10 years, the whole copyright shit is going to be all fucked up. Not only because of the AI algorithm watching this, but also the AI creation of so much bullshit. It's going to be madness trying to fight this and that. And I don't know. I see both sides of it 100%. We are 2 minutes out, everybody. Make sure you're packing up, loading up, grinding up, heating up, warming up. Fucking warming up because it's cold out. Waking up because it's morning. And 2 minutes out.
Hey, I don't have to be awake if I don't want to be. You don't tell me what to do. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kind of awake.
Also, Miss Bina, wherever you are, we will get back into yoga as soon as we are able to. It's just.
Yep.
fuckery. Lots of fuckery.
Technical
Good morning,
difficulty.
CJ. How are you? I scroll Facebook a little bit and like I'll pop around and bebop around. For the most part, I'm not a huge social media person, and I know that's weird.
No, but that makes sense because you know it does actually make sense for you. I'm the Man-Bear news guy. I jump around everywhere. Yeah, no, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on because with the copyright laws, it really doesn't really make sense when you get dinged for certain things. I can understand international copyright laws more than like North American, to be honest, because once you leave North America, the laws change so much. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Final countdown.
Sorry.
Yes, good job, Christina. We're all like super proud of you, and that's dope. And he's gonna miss that he missed out on your backing abilities. Yeah, I'll stick with that. So this morning we'll do a
Nice.
This Day in History. Morning speaker. It will be a sports themed morning speaker because it is Dodgeball Day. We'll do Dodgeball News Network. Happy 420, everybody.
Smoke weed every day.
Twice on Thursday.
Cheers, everybody.
So you want to hear a funny moment that happened yesterday to Man-Bear? I'm just getting ready, I think, for the afternoon show or something, and I wear a lot of black, right? You can tell, obviously, I wear a lot of black. I put my hand down next to my weed tray, and when I put my hand up, there's a black spider below my hand, right? And I go to, like, squish it, right? No, this black spider has a web attached to my wrist, and when I go to, like, lift my hand, the spider goes with my hand, and I'm like, where'd the spider go? And then I lost the black spider, and I was like, and I'm wearing black, so I'm like doing this, and I can't see it.
I would have burned all of my clothing, bro.
I gave up, and I was just scared for a while.
I would burn all of my clothing.
Doesn't matter the size of the spider.
Fuck that spider, bro. Good morning, Coffin. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday morning.
Yeah, good times.
Right? Fucking love
I'm excited for some dodgeball.
Yes, dodgeball today. Turf Wars tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That will stream on the Yerps page, Sir Coff Sluts page, and the Cove YouTube, which is kind of ironic because we were going to do that anyway. So, Facebook. Yeah. We were a step ahead on you on that one. We decided that last weekend that all the night shows will be streaming on the European Entertainment page, Facebook page, the Sir Coff Slot Facebook page, now that he got it back, and the Cove YouTube page, because it's a lot easier to stream from YouTube. And then, like I know Annie has a lot of problems with Facebook. Amber likes to watch from the YouTube a lot. And so then people will be able to actually be able to stream it on their TV, whatever the case may be, and still interact in the comments on the Facebook side on the one of the two pages. But
I'm still interested. Who was saying it? Trista was saying about the close. When people turn the closed caption on, when we say certain things, it comes out.
Oh
really
yeah,
funny.
dude.
Dude.
The thing with YouTube is it doesn't usually live caption a video, but it will definitely caption it after the video.
Yeah, which is funny as hell because then it delays too when it's like not like on time. That's the funniest shit, man. I laugh so hard when I watch videos that are delayed captions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how like the rise of all that shit. I had a CAPTCHA pop up the other day, and it was like pick the shark, and it was like 7 fucking like porcupines, and then there was a shark. And I'm like, oh great, now we're just teaching it to like super identify shit. Like,
yeah, no, I don't know.
Did you know like when you see CAPTCHA and it was like what, and it looked like a street ad, like somebody's house address, like it looked like a number plate on somebody's house? It's because that's what it was. We were fucking literally figuring out Google Maps shit that they couldn't read. So like, if 70% of people said the address was 8794, that's pretty much what they went with. The CAPTCHA shit is crazy. Hey, what up, Daniel? Right? How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful morning.
If you live in a place where you got that Google vehicle rolling around, the Google Street Cam, do some fucked up shit, please, so we can like
Google blur it out, bro.
No, dude, I don't mean like weird shit. I mean like just do funny shit. Like I've seen people do shit that, like they've still shown where like funny lawn decorations or like like people sitting out wearing almost nothing, but like it's not like X-rated, like fucking funny shit, man. People have done it before. We can do it again, folks. Come
on. The chilling in the cold. That's fucking great, Christina. Chilling in the cold. All right, we'll do our morning weather view. I don't know. You guys like that, or is that something you guys aren't interested in? I don't know. I just enjoy listening to a few songs and doing fucking just go there. Jeez Louise. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so angry there.
You're not allowed to call me Amanda. I don't care what the caption says, all right? You're not allowed to call me Amanda. I don't know about that.
Dang, it's fucking clear skies like in the world today. That's crazy.
We doing good?
All right, here we go. We'll play a few songs. We'll cruise around the weather a little bit, and then we'll do this day in history. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday morning. Cheers, everybody.
listening. In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song while we stroll along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. And pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town.
Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire.
To face unafraid the plans that we've made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Then pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town.
Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire.
To face unafraid the plans that we've made. Walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. But you can do the job when you're in town.
Much love, everybody. We'll do the future hour on the next one. Here we go.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad.
All right, good morning, Double Dice Brad. How are you, man? May the Honda be with you, Christina. Okay, the next one we'll do is the Future 48, and then we'll do our This Day in History, everybody. Oh, wait. Cheers. Here we go.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. The baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name. But if I did, well, really, what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. 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 I did my best. It wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 I like it now. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I fucking love it. All right, everybody, this day in history, December 12th, 2020 something or another.
Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for December 12th. December 12th is the 346th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 347th in leap years, with 19 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is hyperbole. Hyperbole is a noun that means extravagant exaggeration, like mile-high ice cream cones, or she cooked enough food to feed an army. Now, I've had a fairly decent idea as to what the word hyperbole means and its etymology, so I was surprised to see the introduction of a character from the 5th century BC named Hyperbolus. Hyperbolus is described as a rabble-rousing Athenian politician known to history as a demagogue, which, bonus word, is a leader or someone in a prominent position who back in that time is said to have championed the cause of the common people. Over the centuries, though, demagogue has come to refer to someone who makes use of popular prejudices and false claims and promises in order to gain power. Either way, Hyperbolus is known to history as a demagogue, so it's easy to assume that his name was evolved into the word hyperbole, but that's a red herring. Red herring, by the way, is another bonus word that we'll look at more in depth on another day, but for today's purposes, red herring means a distraction that has nothing to do with the matter at hand. So Hyperbolus and his over-the-top ways is a distraction that has nothing to do with the origin of the word hyperbole. Hyperbole comes to the English language from Latin, who got it from Greek, words that meant to exceed and to throw, or to throw over or beyond, and that was meant to describe an obvious exaggeration in rhetoric. First known use of the word hyperbole is in the early 1400s. Hyperbole. The word hyperbole was suggested by Mr. Bowers, and if you have a word you'd like us to examine in this Word of the Day segment, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, Pennsylvania became the second state of the Union on December 12, 1787, when it ratified the U.S. Constitution. While Pennsylvania's largest city is Philadelphia, its capital is Harrisburg. Pennsylvania is the 33rd largest state by area, 5th most populous, 9th highest population density. Pennsylvania has mountains, is still about 60% forested, and has the most navigable rivers of any state in the nation. Pennsylvania's nicknames are the Keystone State or the Quaker State. King Charles II had named the land charter for what would become Pennsylvania after William Penn. Pennsylvania means Penn's Woods. Interestingly, William Penn was worried that people would think he named it after himself and he wanted to call it New Wales. But the king, being king, wouldn't budge. So Pennsylvania it was and is to this day. The government that William Penn established contained a couple of what were then innovations that have been seen as good ideas and have often been copied in the New World, and those are the County Commission and freedom of religious conviction. The Declaration of Independence was signed, and the United States Constitution was adopted at Independence Hall in Philadelphia. And we could certainly go on and on with interesting bits about Pennsylvania, but I think that's enough for now. Pennsylvania. This is the birthday of Francis Albert Sinatra, born December 12, 1915. He's been given the nicknames of Chairman of the Board or Old Blue Eyes. Honorifics like these are popular, especially in the music industry. Frank Sinatra is among the best-selling music artists with an estimated 150 million record sales in the genre of traditional pop, easy listening, jazz, swing, and big band. In addition to being a wildly popular singer, he's also entertained us as an award-winning actor in dramas and musicals. Years after his death, Sirius XM, a satellite and online radio company, has a channel called Seriously Sinatra, Channel 70 on Sirius XM, I believe, that features standards, jazz, and swing. Toward the end of his life, he experienced health issues as so many aging do, such as heart problems, breathing problems, and high blood pressure. Frank Sinatra passed in 1998 at the age of 82. Frank Sinatra. Now, Frank Sinatra had so many popular songs that were wildly popular. It's hard to choose just one, but I think today we'll go with My Way. The origin of this song is a 1967 French song by Jacques Revaux, Claude Francois, and Gilles Thibault, called Comme d'habitude, French for as usual. This was written originally in French as a song about routine in a relationship falling out of love. Paul Anka heard it in France in the late 60s, negotiated some rights to the song. Later, after a dinner with Frank Sinatra, at a time when Frank was seriously considering getting out of the business altogether, Paul Anka sat down with that song and, as I like to say, borrowed the mind of Frank Sinatra, as in, if Frank were writing this, what would he say? 4 hours later, he had the song called My Way. He called Frank on the phone and said, "Hey, I got something really special for you." Paul Anka's label thought that he should sing it, but he said, "No, this is a Frank Sinatra song." Frank recorded it in late December of 1968 in one take, mind you, and it came to be Frank Sinatra's signature song, even though it wasn't quite his favorite. So many other notable artists have covered this song, including Paul Anka. My own late uncle asked that this song be played at his memorial service, and indeed, some years surveys show that My Way has been the song most frequently played at funeral services in the UK. Mikhail Gorbachev's policy of allowing states in the Warsaw Pact to make their own policy decisions came to be nicknamed the Sinatra Doctrine, as each country would decide on its own which road to take. My Way by Frank Sinatra. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, much love, Vicki Bowers. Good morning, Nikki. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Hold on a second. If you are not, please make sure that you are subscribed to Vicki Bowers. Make sure you are following This Day in History by Vicki Bowers on Facebook and on YouTube. She's fucking wonderful. I love the This Day in History every morning. It's my favorite way to start the day. Here is this link for the song description. All right, good.
What's your favorite Frank Sinatra, if you have one? Because
easy pick. I definitely have one. It's Coffee in Brazil. It's super underrated. The bop and the hop and the snap in that song, man, it's like it exemplifies coffee so well. It's such a good song.
I gotta go with a kind of a cliche one. I love New York, New York. I love the soul of New York, New York. I do.
Good morning, Erica. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. We're just hanging out. We just finished our This Day in History.
I love what she's doing with the states, like the actual facts on the states and stuff like that.
She said that she was going to try to cover all 50 states.
I love how she said Pennsylvania means Penn's Woods, because I did a movie review on Transylvania, which means through the woods. So as soon as she said that, I was like, yeah, Vania means woods or whatever, so I thought that was really cool.
Oh, I did not realize that Pennsylvania was named after William Penn.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
I didn't know that
he tried to have it changed to New Wales, and the king was like, no.
There's already a New Wales, bitch, and it can't be New Wales.
Yeah.
I do love that she uses the logo. It's so dope. We love all the support from Vicki Bowers. Oh, much love, Christina. Hope you feel better. All right. This morning it is a dodgeball day, so we will have our morning speaker coming up here shortly. We'll play another song, and then we'll probably dive right into that so we can get into Dodgeball News Network. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning.
Do you need coffee or do I need coffee?
I'm good yet. I'll grab coffee.
I'm gonna go grab one.
All right. Much love, everybody. Let's go with this one. Cheers, everybody.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids rush, this is Santa's big day. And above all this bustle you'll hear silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, very soon it will be Christmas Day. Strings of streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids rush, this is Santa's big day. And above all this bustle you'll hear silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, very soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, very soon it will be Christmas Day. Silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city, ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day.
All right, we'll play one more quick song, and then we'll do our morning speaker, everybody. Cheers.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk. You're a rotter, Mr. Grinch. You're the king of sinful sots. Your heart's a dead tomato splotched with moldy purple spots, Mr. Grinch. Your soul is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of deplorable rubbish imaginable, mangled up and tangled up knots. You nauseate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nouse. You're a crooked, dirty jockey, and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch. You're a 3-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce.
Dang, yeah, it's -1 here, Nikki. That's fucking wild.
It's been pretty consistent, about 30, like almost every day, 25, 30. We haven't really dipped below 25 in a few days. There's no snow, there's no rain, there's no wind, there's no sun. It's just kind of there. We're just kind of living in the moment. You know what I mean?
Living in the moment.
Yeah.
1 second.
Is it just me, or like I'm gonna be controversial for a second? Is anyone else sick of the Simpsons conspiracy theory predicting everything shit that keeps getting popped back up on Facebook? Like, I get it. You don't ever think that the writers are actually just that intuitive and look throughout the world and see the way things are going? They're not predicting shit. It's just very coincidental. I get it, but like their ideas come from a good world view. They have very good writers. They've had a show going for over 30 years. It's not, I don't know. I've just proved a few of them wrong already, and it kind of upsets me to keep clinging on to it. The whole coronavirus one was just not anything to do with Corona. I'm sorry. It wasn't. Chinese, Japanese, I'm not comparing them. That's exactly what it was. Homer got a package from Japan, and he got sick. How does that have to do with Corona? Just say it. They don't. They didn't predict that.
All right, our morning speaker.
Oh, I'm excited.
Is it James Harrison? He is a legend linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's a fucking bruiser, man. He is the real deal. When he's like, I would say, if not, he's definitely no Ray Lewis, but he's probably fucking real close.
Those linebackers are tough as fuck. The only guys tougher are hockey players. I'm sorry, but they are.
All right, everybody, here we go.
My biggest fear is becoming fat. everything that I do is so that hopefully I'm never fat.
This podcast is brought to you by Microsoft Teams. Where there's a team, there's a way. Thanks for being with us for another episode of Half Forgotten History. This season's all about the draft and everybody's unique journey to get there. And this week's guest is a guy who is the only person ever to go undrafted in the NFL and claim later on to be the NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Longtime NFL star linebacker James Harrison is with us. James, thanks for being with us. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Well, listen, as a token of appreciation, I have a participation trophy here for you because I know you
I
feel friendly.
Participation trophy.
That's exactly right. So, little icebreaker here. Just wanted to know I had it for you, but I knew you'd turn it down. Your journey is really incredible. I think people see you as the guy you were in the big part of that Steelers defense for so many years, and don't quite understand what it took for you to get there. Mm-hmm. As I said, you went undrafted out of Kent State. You had to walk on at Kent State after some scholarships were rescinded at high school. So it feels like every step of the way, you had to prove yourself over and over again.
Good morning, James. How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just diving into our morning speaker, legend, Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, James Harrison.
How motivating or draining was that when it just kept presenting itself time and time again?
To be honest with you, my troubles that I had early on, like, high school and college, that was my own doing. I got into some trouble my senior year in high school. So I was suspended my first 2 games of my high school, my senior year, sorry. And then I was suspended my last game of my senior year. And then after that, I was facing 6 months in jail for assault. It was a whole little thing, but it ended up from a BB gun situation, which They actually turned that into something big. Like they started calling that dumb stuff BB Gate. But it was really like I was self-destructing. I wasn't helping myself. Even my first couple of years pro, I got in there and I thought it was going to come to me, easy as it did in college, and it didn't. Like, I was playing in a defense that, it literally took you, probably 2 years before you had a good grasp on what it is that you were doing. Dick LeBeau's defense is complicated. Emotion can send you from blitzing to actually covering somebody man to man, in a true fire zone defense. So a lot of it was my own doing. And then when it came to where it was no longer my own doing, I went and, I got myself together. I started, treating it as a profession and putting in the time that I needed to. It became more motivating because now I know it was no longer me. It was outside sources. I couldn't control that. All I could control is what I did. So it made me have to go out there and do more and more as far as, working out, learning the system, whatever it may be.
Yeah, and for folks that don't know, you had offers, scholarships at Ohio State, Notre Dame, Nebraska, and those went away because of the BB Gate situation. So you had to walk on at Kent State.
Yep.
How quickly, when you walked on at Kent State, did the coaches realize, yeah, he can play?
So this is another story. So my head coach at Kent ended up being Dean Pease.
Yeah.
Who was the actual D coordinator at that time that was recruiting me for Michigan State. And he ended up coming over being a head coach. Well, in between that time that he came over, I was propped. So I actually had to walk on, had to pay my first year of school. And I messed that up, of course, because this was early on. And then I finally got it together the next year. And I thought if I was there, I would get to play the next year. And that wasn't the case. You got to have degree progress. So the next year, I got myself together. I made the dean's list. I got degree progress, all that. And I ended up walking on, and my actual guy I played with, his father was my teammate in high school, and he ended up going to Kent, and he ended up talking to coach, and he was like, yo, the best player in the school ain't even on the football team. So that ended up in, me walking on at Kent. I got on there, dude, I was horrible. I hadn't did nothing in like 2 years. So I went from 190 at high school, my senior year, to the next time I was able to play, I was 270.
Oh.
The first 3 snaps, I was dogging them. And after that went downhill, and it went downhill fast. But my first, we did our spring ball. So after spring ball, I was able to earn my scholarship back. They saw that I was able to do a little bit of something, and they offered me a full scholarship. And that was actually, Coach P's. Right. So I only got to play 3 years. So it took me a good part of almost 2 years to get like back into real shape. And by the time I got back into shape, I was 232, and I was about 6.5% body fat. So it took a while to get back to where I should be.
The reserves weren't there for those first 4 snaps, clearly. But the funny thing about your collegiate career, your last game was against Miami of Ohio, and I think one of the last plays of the game, you sacked who would be your future teammate, Ben Roethlisberger, and forced a fumble that sealed the win.
I sacked Ben 5 times that game. I got to him 5 times that game. He said he credits himself with me, making it to the league because of that game. So yeah, that was it was fun.
Yeah, it was. And your senior year was great. You had unbelievable stats. What were your expectations going into the 2002 draft? What were you hearing about what might or might not happen with you?
Total honesty with you, I wasn't thinking about the draft.
Really?
No, I was. It came my senior year that it was like teams that wanted to work you out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, they want to work me out. It was the same thing in high school. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm good enough to go play college. I'm just looking at it as a chance to go play some more ball because I like playing ball. And in college it was the same thing. It was my senior year. They were like, if some teams want to work you out, I'm like, okay, cool. So that means you got a chance to go play, you got a chance to go play some college ball. I wasn't looking at the draft. I didn't go to the combine. I didn't get invited to the combine or anything like that. And like when they called me to pick me up for, a free agent signing, I don't even remember. It wasn't nothing big. I wasn't sitting there watching anything, doing anything. I think I might've been out with friends or something. And agent was like, "Hey, Pittsburgh wants to pick you up." And then what it came down to, it was actually a package deal. So they needed a linebacker, and the agent that I was with at that time happened to have me. And the guy that they wanted is who they originally called him about. And he was, it was like, well, hell, I got another linebacker if you need one. It's like, all right, cool, we'll take it.
So you were an add-on, basically.
I was the package add-on, yeah.
You were the +1.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, did the other guy make it? Did the other guy stick around?
No.
Good +1 then. So were you disappointed that you weren't drafted, or you weren't even thinking about it? I mean, what was your mindset if you weren't going to be playing pro ball?
I wasn't. Hell, get a job like everybody else. Work a regular 9 to 5. It wasn't a big deal if I didn't make it. I wasn't. My goal wasn't to make it. I wasn't one of those people that started off as a kid. I want to play NFL football. It was. My dude called me when I was like 10. He's like, "You want to go play football?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go." I thought we was going out in the street. He's like, no, this organized football. Yeah. So I'm like, "What's that?" And it's on a team with pads and all that. I'm like, "Okay, gotta ask my dad." So my dad, he was like, "Cool." But my mom, she was the one we had to sit there and talk to. My dad basically had to, coerce her into being like, "Yeah, it's okay. He'll be fine." She always, "Oh, my baby, they gonna hurt my baby," all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but everything really led from just like, okay, I get to play more ball, Yeah. And then it was like, damn, I can actually make a living playing ball,
And that took a while too, because you were signed by Pittsburgh, but you were cut, I think, 3 times by the Steelers and another 2 times by Baltimore.
I was cut 4 times by the Steelers and once by Baltimore.
Right. So 5 times a guy who would end up being a future defensive player of the year was told, "Yeah, we don't have a spot for you on our roster." How difficult was that to hear time and time again?
I don't really wear my emotions on my sleeve, you know what I'm saying? So when they told me, it was just like, all right, cool, whatever, move on, do something else. If this don't work out, I'll just get a regular job like everybody else. I was in between, it was 2003. I had just got released by Pittsburgh. And the agent I had at that time was kind of garbage. But Baltimore was looking for me to pick me up for like 3-4 weeks when I finally got with my new agent. And they were like, well, we want you to do NFL Europe. So I had to do NFL Europe.
Ryan Fire.
Yeah, Ryan Fire. Came back from NFL Europe. And they had me there the first week. I didn't practice. I'm like, I don't know why they ain't practicing me, but whatever, I don't care. The next week they released me. And Ozzie called me in. He was like, yo, we're releasing you. We need to pick up a tight end. You know, we're down. And Daniel Wilcox was actually who they picked up.
Oh, yeah.
He played with me at Ryan Fire. So as I'm driving home from Baltimore back to Ohio, he's like, hey, I got some good news. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I'm about to be there in Baltimore with you. I'm like, no, you ain't. He's like, why? I said, they cut me to pick you up. He's like, you lying? I'm like, I swear. He just told me that's picking up a tight end. So, you know, that happened. And then it was in between. After that, I was like, you know what? If I get another shot, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give everything I got. And, you know, if it don't work, it ain't meant to be. You know, this is not God's plan for me. So Clark Hagan's ended up breaking his hand a week before training camp. And they called me. And were like, hey, we need you in. Clark broke his hand. So in my mind, I'm already like, I know they're not going to keep me. Okay. Right. They just need an extra body. I'm cool with that. But it's going to give me an opportunity in these preseason games to put out tape to 31 other teams that haven't, you know, that may not have a chance to see any tape that I was in. This will give me an opportunity. So I was going in there like, this is my audition. So when I came in, I sat down, I learned the game. I learned my positions. I played inside linebacker. I played both insides. I played right and left outside. And I was doing all the special teams. So I learned every position that I had to. And I was doing well on special teams. And they actually ended up keeping me that year. And that went from one thing to the next. And, you know, where we're at now.
So when did you know, hey, I think this time I may make it? Was there a play? Was there something in a game or a practice where it sort of clicked for you, or you saw something different from the coaching staff that made you think, hey, man, this time I think it's going to work?
It wasn't. See, I'm not looking to read anybody. So
yeah.
I was out of that boat. I've never been a part of that boat. I'm like, all I can do is what I can do. I can't control what they're going to do. You know, that was like Coach Coward cut me one time. And yeah, this is another story. So it was 2003, the beginning of 2003. I made the 53-man roster on Monday. So, you know, you're off on Tuesday. You come in Wednesday, you practice. He cut me Wednesday after practice. Okay. So they cut me to bring the dude named Eric Flowers, right?
Yeah.
I never forget his name because they ended up calling me Joey and Jason. No, it was Joey. It was Peasy. Peasy called me and he was like, bruh, this dude is having trouble with our warm-up drills, the hip flip drills, all this other stuff. And I'm like, bruh, stop calling me, tell me this. Like, I don't even want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that right there was probably like one of the things that just let me know, like, I'm going to have to go out here and do what it is I can do. I can't control what somebody else's thought process is. All I can do is put my best foot forward and put out the best tape I can.
Yeah, it really started to click for you in 2005, right? That's when you really sort of kicked in as a big part of that defense.
So I think that was the year Peasy ended up getting into a fight. I actually got my first time being able to start. But be honest for you, it kicked in for me in 2004. I think that was the year we went 15-1. And I was looking at this is really what kicked in for me. It was the money.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at a guy's check. He shows me his check, right? And this is for 2 weeks. So I'm looking at this check, and in that 2 weeks, it was like $220,000. And my salary that whole year was $225,000.
So he's making it 2 weeks, but you made it the entire season.
Yes. And I said, you know what? I said, I need to change what I'm doing. I need to stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, go out, whatever it may be. I got to change. I got to focus in on what it is. I'm like, I got a short period of time to make enough wealth to where I don't have to do anything. I just do what I want to do. And from that point forward, it was the next year, 2005, is when I stopped drinking in season. And I mean, I went all the way down to where I wouldn't even drink the whole year. I wouldn't go out. I would eat, strictly almost keto, trying to stay away from like carbs, like very clean. And, started spending hella money on my body, taking care of my body with, massage, acupuncture, cupping, dry needling, IV drips, all that stuff.
All those things that you did certainly paid off, because right after that is when it really took off for you. So why don't we take a break right here? And when we come back, we'll talk about the evolution of just making it to making your mark in the NFL with James Harrison. Microsoft Teams is helping Priority Bicycles reinvent the way they work. When the pandemic hit, the bike shop had to close their New York City showroom. Now, they found a way to reopen by doing virtual visits on Teams. And now the team can meet with 2 or 3 times the number of customers they could before, and people from all over the world can visit their showroom. Learn more about their story and others at Microsoft.com/Teams. All right, back with James Harrison on this episode of Half Forgotten History. So right before the break, we started talking about how you made the changes in your lifestyle, no drinking, dieting, all that kind of stuff. And it really started to show up on the field. When did you see tangible results of those extreme things you were doing to prepare yourself to play, working out on the football field?
Just the small things that I started doing in 2005, I saw that then, when I would get opportunities, spots start here and there. And, in special teams play, I was doing well in special teams. And, that led to 2006 where I changed some more stuff. And 2007 was probably when I really did the most drastic change, where I was working out twice a day. I was eating super clean. I was doing, intravenous IVs once a week. I was doing hyperbaric chamber. I had my own hyperbaric chamber actually, and things of that nature.
Hold on, for those that don't know, a hyperbaric chamber is something that is pure oxygen. You basically put yourself in this sort of bubble, and it just the oxygen level goes way up, and it helps your red blood cells, and it helps you like recover from injury faster, right?
Yes.
I was in one of them one time. I was on vacation in Spain. I had to try it. And they say, a lot of people fall asleep in here. I fell asleep in like 2 seconds. And I was out for 45 minutes. And I woke up. It was the greatest feeling in the world. Like I literally felt better than I've ever felt in my life getting outside of that hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, 45 minutes and sleeping in the hyperbaric chamber is like 3-4 hours regular. Yeah.
When all that started going on, and then when you became a member of the Bengals, they held a press conference once, and someone asked you about the things that you were doing with your body. And I remember we were watching. I'm like, this guy's spending like $400 grand or about $200 grand a year, basically on massaging, cupping, all that kind of stuff. I mean, you don't do things halfway. When you go in, you go all in.
Yeah. I mean, that's with everything that I do, really. Like I said, from workouts to work itself. It's nothing, if you're going to do it, you got to do it all out. You don't have but anything or half-ass anything, as they say. My dad taught me that a long time ago, especially in football. Like I had to be 12. And my dad was like, you ain't got no friends on the football field. So I said, yeah, they all my friends. I said, no, you don't. He said, when practice starts, you ain't got no friends. You can have friends after practice is done. So when that whistle blows and you get on that field, you go out there and you try and smash your teammates. You go out there and you do everything you can to get your job done. After that practice is done, y'all could be friends again. And that's just, that's how I approach the game from that point on.
You've carried that lesson on to your sons, because there was, I think it was an Instagram post that you put up there, like everybody in your son's Pee Wee football league got a trophy. And that's why I brought the participation trophy. You were like, no, it don't work that way.
No, it was something with track, actually. It was actually from something with one of my friends' organizations. But, I'm like, they don't get a trophy. My kids aren't, they aren't no slouches, but they didn't earn a trophy that year. They didn't come. Them boys didn't even come in 4th or 5th place. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, and people think I'm mean. I'm not mean. I'm like, if it's something that you want, like you don't want to sit there and get it because you whined and cried until they gave you something. You know, when you go out there and you win a game, that good feeling of winning that game should be there to motivate you when you go to work out. When you go and you lose a game, you lose a championship, remember that feeling. Use that feeling to motivate you. Like, hold on to that. That's what I would do. Like, anything that didn't go the way I wanted to go, I put that in my memory bank and I store that feeling. So when I needed it, when I was trying to do an extra squat, when I was trying to do an extra bench, extra sprint, whatever it may be, I use that as my motivation. And that's just what I'm trying to, you know, instill into my kids. Like, nothing's going to be given to you. Like, and especially like growing up the way they're going to have to grow up. It's not like, for me, being Black was tough because you didn't get all the breaks that you should. And for my kids, the things that I want them to understand is, I'm like, you're biracial. You're going to have Black people that are not going to like you because you're part white. And you're going to have white people that's not going to like you because you're part Black. You have it double bad because you don't have a whole fence to sit on.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, just be ready to earn everything that you get and let your failures motivate you to be able to go out there and try harder and want to do better.
And has that resonated with them? I mean, I'm sure at first they're like, Dad, why are you taking away my trophy? But has it worn into them over time?
That's something that's been off the rip. You're not going to get anything that you don't deserve. My kids are privileged because of the position I have. My kids are not spoiled. And that's the thing I'll be trying to tell people, the difference between being privileged and being spoiled. Okay. A person that is spoiled gets something that they don't deserve. That's like a child that is 27 years old and he's still living off mommy and daddy and he's not doing anything for himself. That's spoiled. Or a child that doesn't listen, doesn't take care of the responsibilities, and you still give them everything that they want. That's spoiled. Now, a child that does everything they're supposed to do and you get them what they want because you have the means to, that's something totally different.
So with that as a backdrop and that lesson that your father taught you and you taught to your kids, what did it mean for you when in 2008, a kid that was cut 5 times, had scholarships rescinded in high school, had to walk on at Kent State in the MAC, was named the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year?
You know, it meant everything that he was teaching me. It panned out. And, you know, once you put it in play and into action and you put in that real effort and, you know, it panned out. Other than that, to be honest with you, I didn't even really look at it as such, you know, a big thing as, you know, I guess what it turned out to be. And I guess what it is. I was just like, all right, on to the next year. You know, I gotta try and improve on, you know, this year so that, you know, we can hopefully get another Super Bowl next year. The Defensive Player of the Year, it was great, but the Super Bowl was the best.
I was about to say, no wonder you went to Bill Belichick to finish your career. We're on to the next game. That is the most Belichickian phrase of all time. But that first Super Bowl the first 2 Super Bowls that you won, Super Bowl 40 and Super Bowl 43, came with the Steelers. So if the Defensive Player of the Year award wasn't the pinnacle for you, I'm assuming, hey, hosting that Lombardi Trophy was.
Oh yeah. You know, 2000, I think it was 2005. We got our first one, and it was good. But you know, you always want to be, you know, play a bigger role, a bigger part in it. And it was, you know, more special team spots starting here and there. And I was like, you know, I want another one. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, this time I want to I want to be a starter, have a more significant role in it. So that's how I approached it, and you know, I guess it was meant to be, so to speak. Yeah.
Well, you certainly had a bigger role in Super Bowl 43. You had a play that changed the game right before the half. Kurt Warner and the Cardinals are down there looking like they're going to score. Right, I mean, there's 20, 30 seconds left in the first half, and he throws a little out, and you jump the route, and it took a while. But you took it all the way back to the end zone.
It was about 18 seconds. You had to do a lot of weaving in and out of traffic to get there. So, you know, that was actually something that we had been doing all week in practice. You know, even.
Good morning, Lumberjack man. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just doing our morning speaker, James Harrison. I'm not sure if he's Hall of Fame, but I know that he should be Hall of Fame linebacker for Pittsburgh Steelers.
And leading up to that, if anybody got an interception, no matter where we were on the field or a turnover, we would run all the way back. We don't care if we were at the 10 and had to run all the way to the other, side and come back and get ready for the next play. But that was something that we focused on. And, it was really in part because of the numbers that, Coach LeBois gave us about, what your chances of winning are if you actually are able to score a defensive touchdown. So, that, like I said, that wasn't just me. That was 10 other guys. You got guys throwing blocks, some guys throwing 2 blocks, and escorting me all the way down the field. So that's 2008. Pittsburgh Steelers defensive play.
Well, Ryan Clark told me a great story about that because like you said, it took a while to get down there and score, and then he ran to pick you up. And he said you told him, "Hey man, I'm tired. Let me sit here for a minute. I just ran a long way."
I was telling him, I'm like, yo, I'm tired. I'm like, and my neck hurt. So get somebody over here. So when I landed, I literally landed on my neck, straight on my, and it cracked. So as I went to throw out the touchdown, it cracked again. And I'm like, oh. So he came over. He was like, I said, dog, I'm tired. I said, but my neck hurt too, man. Called it.
Did you think you were going to make it, or were you afraid you were going to run out of gas at the 4?
So to be honest with you, when I first caught the ball, I was like, I'm gone. Ain't nobody catching me. It's touchdown. But I'm hand fighting with Deshae. I'm like, no, you ain't getting the ball. Go block somebody. And as I looked up after that, which felt like I was hand fighting with him for 10 seconds, I looked up and it was just a sea of red. I'm like, oh, snap. I'm not going to make it. So we're running. And I think Shea blocks Kurt. And I stumble through, I think a tight end or something, hit Ike in the back, which pushed me through. So as I pushed through, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to make it. So I'm running and I look to the side and I see, I think it's the running back. And I think Woodley ends up blocking him. So as I see the running back, I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna make it. But then I see Woodley come up and block him. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'm like, I got it. So I jump over Woodley. And as I go to look to see where everybody else is at, I see another lineman. I'm like, oh my God, where's these dudes coming from? So I started veering towards the sideline to try and get away from him. And as he dives, I kick my legs up. And at that point, I'm like, I gotta make it. I'm like, clock gotta be dead right now. There's no way it's any time left. Clock. So I can't try and run out or hope for nothing else. And I think Fitz ends up coming in from out of bounds. And he went to swipe at the ball, but he missed. He hit my chest and it gave me time to cover the ball. If he had better aim and it hit the ball, it would have came out because I was literally carrying it like a local bird, straight up and down like that. Yeah, it would have came out. He could have been a hero.
You know what I love about that play, too, and up until Tom Brady sort of rewrote the record book, that's the longest play from scrimmage in Super Bowl history by an undrafted player. Jake Delhomme has the longest touchdown pass in Super Bowl history by an undrafted player. The longest running play in Super Bowl history was in Super Bowl 40 by Fast Willie Parker, also undrafted player. And Kurt Warner had the most passing yards in a Super Bowl until Tom Brady passed him, undrafted player. It's what it says to me is that the idea of the draft is not something that will define you because some of the greatest moments in Super Bowl history were all done by guys who weren't picked in that draft, and they still went on to have amazing careers.
I think now, though, not being drafted is going to be a hard thing because of the way they're trying to change how they're doing preseasons.
Right.
And they're going to shorten them. You're going to want to put in your draft choice to see what it is that you got. They're going to get the majority of the playing time, especially if you knock it down to 2 games. I think it'll be very hard to see even an undrafted player that, makes, rosters on the regular now, if they get to the point where they only have 2 preseason games, because you're going to want to see what your draft choices can do in those 2 games, plus let your current guys you have, be able to get in, some play time before they get into where they're actually, shooting through a whole season. I think now you're actually seeing it now, especially with guys getting injured, where they haven't had the time to go out there and exert those types of forces on their body. And now you got a lot of guys that are pulling, soft tissue injuries. That's just from not being able to go out there and get repeated use of being able to hit it 100 miles an hour, taking those hits, taking those cuts.
I think this season proved to the NFL and a lot of the players that, hey, man, maybe we don't need all those off-season activities and all those workouts, because the level of football was pretty good this year without all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes forward.
I'm a little six in one hand, half a dozen in the other, because if they had those activities, they would have got that force. They'd have got some of that wear, that they needed, so that they weren't pulling all these. You got a lot of guys, non-contact ACLs, things like that. Why?
Yep.
Well, they weren't exerting those kind of forces on their bodies in practice, or didn't have the opportunity to do that because they didn't have those activities. So now you're going out here from not being able to do that for the last who knows how many months, and probably not doing it in practice because nobody goes 100 in practice, to now you're all of a sudden in a game and you're exerting those forces and your body's like, what are you doing?
No, you're right. And I've said this along. The only way to practice for football is to play football. And that's something that's being sort of, like you said, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, because you're getting those injuries. But maybe by that less wear and tear, we're seeing longer careers. So there really are two ways to sort of that you're trying to deal with that. But you still work out now almost the exact same way you did when you played, right? I mean, your workouts are legendary.
I'm less intense. I don't do as much. I may do the same amount or close to, like, as far as amount of weight, but the duration and the intensity of them is totally different. I don't have to be able to go out there and, do 14 snaps in a row. I don't have to do conditioning. I don't have to do, sprints. It's just a meandering walk at 3-4 miles an hour, from 6 to 12 incline.
Yeah. Yeah. You, the stuff you used to put on Instagram with the chains, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you still killing yourself like this? I mean, give yourself a pat on the back and take a day, man.
My biggest fear is becoming fat.
Yeah.
So everything that I do is so that hopefully I'm never fat. So everyone's like, how can you do this? What motivates you? My fear of being fat is my motivation. Plus, I got 2 boys, and at some point in time, they go get between that 15 to 17 range, and they go feel like they want to try dad out. Yeah. Dad gonna have to put them through a wall. Call their contractor, tell him come fix the wall.
Well, listen, having lived through that experience, I know it. My son, right when he turned 15 and started to look a little different, all of a sudden the tone changed a little in the house, and we had to establish some rules of order. So believe me, I've lived through the experience. It ain't great, but on the other side of it, it's tremendous. That much I can promise. Speaking on the other side of it, you're on the other side of your playing days. Tell me what you're involved with now. What we got coming up with you?
Well, I have Debo Gear, which is my clothing line, workout clothing line. I have Optimum, which is my supplement lineup. So it's all natural. Everything is, tested for purity. There's no banned substances. So anybody that, wants to take it, whether it's college or pro, don't have to worry about failing the drug test or anything. It's the same supplements that I actually been taking for almost the last 11 years. And, but right now I'm actually in Atlanta and I'm filming a new series called Heels that will be on the Stars. So we'll wrap in April and hopefully get a date of when that'll come out.
What's the series about?
It's about a small town pro wrestling organization. It's family owned, and it's about the things they're going through trying to get it into the the big leagues. It's with Stephen Mill, Andrew Ludwig, Chris Brewer, and Mary McCormick actually on there too.
Oh, really? Now yeah. How much fun is this kind of stuff for you? Because I would imagine when you were doing all your workouts and playing, you're like, that wasn't something that you thought you would ever do, but it feels like you're sort of branching out into totally different areas in your post-playing career.
To be honest with you, it was like something that I would have never thought I would do young when I was younger, because I hated talking to media. Like I would literally like run away. I'm like, I'm not in the locker room. You know how they had a media time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not in the locker room then. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do something. Just, I was just nervous to talk. I think that's what more of it was. And once I got over that, I just started looking at like action movies and stuff with like, it was like Fast and the Furious and all that. I'm like, man, I could do what they doing, and I think I could do it better. So I ended up meeting a few people. I did an independent film actually back in like 2016. I did one of those. It was actually right before we played Kansas City. So I couldn't tell nobody because I was like there. Like we played Kansas City, that playoff game in 16. I think we played them on either a Saturday or Sunday, and I was there. It was
a Saturday, yeah.
I was there on like a Thursday night shooting something.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's okay now, but if that had come out back in the day, that might not have gone so
good.
Though. It's all that matters, right? That's all that matters.
Right. That's why I'm like, I was coming in and I'm telling the producer, I'm like, hey, you can't tell nobody I was here.
Yeah.
Like, we can't let that slip out. Like I can't take no pictures, no. So I did my, I was only there for maybe 2.5 hours. Did my little part. I think I was like a patient in that one. So that was my first taste of it. And then year after that, I did SWAT. And then now this is the biggest, of course, that I've ever had. It's a series regular. So.
Well, that's very cool. And I always like to see people that did very well find something post-career that they enjoy. So continued success along those lines. And listen, it's still here. I can mail it to you, your participation trophy for being a part of this interview if you want. Just let me know.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll wait till I got enough of them at my house. So they ain't participation trophies. I actually earned them. So.
All right. Thought I'd give it a shot. Always good to talk to you, James. I appreciate your time and best of luck going forward, okay?
Thank you.
That was dope. That was really good. And it's crazy because, like, it's so weird how it kind of he was talking about, like, it wasn't really what, like the diverging paths. And, like, man, it's just crazy how Dr. K, Drew Lynch, and James Harrison all on the same page this week.
Doing a walk-on and then becoming not like you said, like possibly a Hall of Famer, but still like a Super Bowl hero and player of the year. That's incredible. Most walk-ons don't make it. Most walk-ons are like, what are you doing?
They have, I didn't know he played in NFL Europe either. I never knew that.
If you're a walk-on, man, that means they have like an open day at the college where like anybody can try out and people get fucked up. That's what he's talking about, going 100% of the practices. They want them to go 100% now because they want them to play in the practice how they play in the games. And it makes sense because if you're going half-ass in the practice and you got another team going 100% in the game, you're not on par.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I thought that was great. It's just, you can overcome adversity if you just kind of think about it differently in a sense and just don't stop. You know what I mean? Like, and that doesn't necessarily mean just like butting up against a brick wall, not stopping. Maybe it's like trying to find a ladder or a door or, you know what I mean? Like find another way.
He found things to do when his football days were over, which is a hard thing for a lot of athletes. And unfortunately, due to injuries and stuff, a lot of these athletes, they roll into the dispensary and the marijuana industry. And that's just not for every athlete. A lot of them never had any, time with marijuana or anything like that. And I love that he went to supplements and workout apparel, which is absolutely something that, like, seriously, who doesn't need workout apparel and natural supplements? Not supplements, how he said they're tested, they're not banned. So athletes can use his supplements is such a big thing.
Yeah, I thought that was fucking really great. I've always been a big fan of James Harrison. And I learned a lot about him today that I did not know. And dude, the message was dope. The message I took from it was dope, and it definitely ties in with kind of what Drew Lynch was saying yesterday and Dr. K was saying yesterday about, like, you don't always have to focus so much on the one thing. That's, you know what I mean? Like, there's other ways. I guess, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to word what I'm thinking, right? Sometimes you're given a path you didn't think you'd ever go down, like, in a way, but
this,
you don't.
For sure, I never would have
You're not shown that path. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't know that was an option. You didn't.
Years ago, I would have never thought I would be up here doing what I'm doing nowadays every day. You know what I mean?
Dude, a year ago, like November, a year ago, I was about ready to delete Facebook. I might have already done it once, and then like I literally started meeting all you guys. I was like, this is crap. I got on Facebook to, not hook up, but to reminisce with people from high school and shit like that. I've talked to 3 people maybe from my high school, and that's it. And honestly, they're all different people now. It's not what I was expecting. And I was like, nah, like I'm going to delete Facebook. And then all of a sudden the Cove before the Cove I found. And then, like everything just snowballed.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we'll play a song and then we'll dive into our Dodgeball News Network, everybody.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. They say he was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old top hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. There must have been some magic in that old top hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Ooh, Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, let's run and we'll have some fun. Now before I melt away, Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way. But he waved goodbye, saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. There must have been some magic in that old top hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. And though he's gone, his tale remains, a snowy friend so true. And every year we sing and cheer, Frosty, we remember you.
I seen that one hit you. Did that one bleed in your nose a little bit? You okay?
A little bit.
Yeah. I seen you like do the oh no face.
All right, everybody. We are at Deep Dive Arena still. Thursday regular season games of week 7. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Dan Fielder here, coming to you live from the iconic Deep Dive Arena, home of the Yellow Submariners, as we dive into another thrilling Thursday on the Dodgeball News Network. Week 7 is well underway, and the stakes couldn't be higher as the season barrels toward the playoffs. The air in this arena is electric. There's something special about the atmosphere here at Deep Dive Arena, where every throw, dodge, and catch feels bigger, louder, and more intense. Looking back at last weekend's tournament, we witnessed an unforgettable series of games. Rivalries burned hotter, strategies sharpened, and teams fought tooth and nail to climb the standings. The Blaze Battalion's steady rise continues to impress. The Yellow Submariners showed their trademark resilience, and the Ganja Guardians made a bold statement with their tenacity and teamwork. It was dodgeball at its finest, full of drama, passion, and jaw-dropping moments. Now, as we move into today's regular season games, the tension is palpable. Every team knows what's on the line, and they're leaving nothing to chance. If you thought last weekend was intense, just wait. Today's action is guaranteed to push teams to their limits. Here's what's coming up on Dodgeball News Network this morning. First, we'll break down last weekend's tournament in all its glory, a set-by-set recap of the highs, lows, and game-changing plays that define the competition. Then, we'll take a closer look at the updated league standings, analyzing how these results are shaping the playoff race. And finally, we'll unveil the matchups for this afternoon's games. Trust me, folks, you're not going to want to miss a single second of what we've got in store. So, grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into another exciting day of dodgeball coverage. This is Dan Fielder, and you're watching the Dodgeball News Network, where every play counts and the action never stops.
All right, everybody. We'll look at last weekend's tournament at the Deep Dive Arena, where the THC Troopers dominated yet again. And here we go.
Good morning, Dodgeball fans, and welcome back to the Dodgeball News Network. It's time for the full breakdown of last Saturday's unforgettable Week 7 tournament at Deep Dive Arena. This tournament was a masterclass in dodgeball, featuring edge-of-your-seat action, stunning comebacks, and powerhouse performances. So let's dive right in and relive the drama, match by match. Quarterfinal Match 1, Blaze Battalion vs. Terpene Titans. The opening quarterfinal match brought together two heavyweights in a clash of strategy and resilience. Set 1 began with a false start, setting the stage for a match filled with tension and high stakes. Once underway, the game became a relentless back-and-forth battle. Captain Beanz and the Blaze Battalion showcased their signature teamwork, while Captain Man-Bear's Titans relied on their creative strategies to keep the game neck and neck. The turning point came in the final moments, where the battalion's disciplined execution secured a dramatic one-on-one victory to claim the first set. In Set 2, the Titans came out swinging, determined to even the match. Early eliminations gave them the upper hand, but the battalion refused to back down. A late surge by the battalion, fueled by precision throws and impeccable coordination, forced another one-on-one scenario. In a spectacular comeback, the battalion clinched the set and swept the match 2-0. It was a statement performance that showed why they've been climbing the standings all season. Quarterfinal Match 2, Hash Hitters vs. Ganja Guardians. The second quarterfinal featured a gritty showdown between the Hash Hitters and the Ganja Guardians. Set 1 was a clean, intense affair, with both teams showcasing their strengths. The Guardians leaned on their defensive capabilities, while the Hitters brought their usual power and aggression. The set culminated in a thrilling one-on-one battle, with the Guardians holding their nerve to secure a crucial victory. In Set 2, the Hitters adopted a more aggressive approach, leading to a foul-heavy contest. Despite their setbacks, the Guardians exhibited remarkable composure, capitalizing on the Hitters' mistakes to bring the set down to another one-on-one finish. Once again, the Guardians emerged victorious, sweeping the match 2-0 and advancing to the semifinals. Their resilience and ability to thrive in high-pressure moments were on full display. Quarterfinal Match 3, Dabwheel Doomers vs. Yellow Submariners. The Yellow Submariners and Dabwheel Doomers delivered a high-octane battle filled with dramatic swings. Set 1 was an intense, foul-heavy contest, with both teams fighting tooth and nail for dominance. The Submariners, led by Captain Amber, showed their trademark creativity and tactical brilliance, surging late in the game to secure a hard-fought victory. Set 2 saw the Submariners elevate their game to another level. With a clean and methodical approach, they dominated the Doomers from start to finish. The Doomers attempted to mount a comeback, but the Submariners' relentless pressure proved too much. A decisive 2-0 victory sent the Submariners to the semifinals, further solidifying their reputation as one of the league's most determined teams. Quarterfinal Match 4, THC Troopers vs. Chronic Crusaders. The final quarterfinal match was a nail-biter from start to finish. Set 1 featured a hard-fought battle between two evenly matched teams. Both the Troopers and the Crusaders traded points in a physical and intense contest. A few well-timed fouls from the Crusaders kept the Troopers on edge, but Captain Zach's squad held strong in a dramatic one-on-one finish to take the set. In set 2, the Crusaders came out with renewed energy, leveraging mid-game fouls to create scoring opportunities. The Troopers, however, demonstrated their championship pedigree, mounting a stunning comeback in the closing moments. Another one-on-one showdown saw the Troopers prevail, sweeping the match 2-0 and advancing to the semifinals. Semifinal Match 1, Blaze Battalion versus Ganja Guardians. The Blaze Battalion continued their dominant run in the semifinals with a masterclass in execution. Set 1 was a showcase of the battalion's offensive firepower, as they overwhelmed the Guardians with precision throws and unrelenting pressure. Despite a few fouls, the battalion maintained control, leaving the Guardians scrambling to keep up. In Set 2, the Guardians appeared more focused and determined, but the battalion's relentless attack left little room for error. A series of mid-game fouls stalled the Guardians' momentum, and the battalion capitalized to secure a clean sweep. With a 2-0 victory, the Blaze Battalion advanced to the finals, proving they are a team to be reckoned with. Semifinal Match 2, Yellow Submariners versus THC Troopers. The second semifinal was a battle of resilience and adaptability. Set 1 was a tightly contested affair, with both teams executing their strategies to perfection. The Troopers, known for their ability to thrive under pressure, edged out the Submariners in a tense one-on-one finish to claim the set. Set 2 followed a similar pattern, with neither team willing to give an inch. The Submariners fought valiantly, utilizing their tactical creativity to keep the Troopers on their toes. However, the Troopers' composure and discipline once again proved decisive. Another dramatic one-on-one saw the Troopers clinch the set and the match, earning their place in the finals. Finals, Blaze Battalion versus THC Troopers. The championship match was a fitting finale to an incredible tournament. Set 1 was a physical and foul-heavy battle, with both teams pushing the limits in pursuit of victory. The Troopers' mid-game surge gave them the edge, but the battalion's late-game heroics forced a nail-biting one-on-one. Ultimately, the Troopers held firm to take the set. In Set 2, the battalion responded with renewed determination. They fought through a grueling, foul-laden contest, leveraging their teamwork and precision to outlast the Troopers in another one-on-one showdown. The victory forced a decisive third set, setting the stage for a dramatic conclusion. Set 3 was everything fans could hope for, a showcase of skill, strategy, and heart. Both teams traded points in a high-stakes battle, but the Troopers' ability to execute under pressure proved the difference. In the final moments, they secured a one-on-one victory to claim the championship. With this win, the THC Troopers notched their 4th gold medal of the season, further cementing their legacy as one of the league's most dominant teams. And that's the story of last Saturday's unforgettable tournament at Deep Dive Arena. From heart-stopping one-on-ones to the Troopers securing their 4th gold medal of the season, it was a day that epitomized everything we love about dodgeball. But achievements like these don't come easy. They're built on preparation, teamwork, and the guidance of great leadership. Up next, we'll hear directly from the coach of the THC Troopers, who will share insights on their incredible season and what this victory means for the team. Let's hand it over to the Troopers coach.
Thank you, Dan. First off, I want to say how proud I am of this team. 4 gold medals this season. It's a milestone that speaks volumes about their heart, grit, and unrelenting drive. From the first whistle to the final throw in sudden death last Saturday, this team showed why they belong at the top. This season has tested us in so many ways. Our regular season record doesn't tell the full story, but tournaments like this show what we're made of. We thrive in the pressure cooker, and last weekend was a perfect example. Every player stepped up when it mattered most, delivering clutch plays, sticking to the plan, and believing in each other. The finals against the Blaze Battalion were nothing short of spectacular. It was a battle of wills, with both teams refusing to back down. That sudden death set wasn't just a win, it was a defining moment for this team. It was about focus, discipline, and the willingness to fight for every inch. That's who we are, and that's what we bring every time we step onto the court. But let me be clear, this victory didn't happen in a vacuum. It's the result of countless hours of preparation, of reviewing footage, of practicing the little things that make a big difference in high-stakes moments. Zach and the rest of the team have embraced that mentality, and it's what sets us apart. I also want to acknowledge our competitors. Every match in this tournament was a challenge, and we have the utmost respect for the teams we faced. The Chronic Crusaders, Yellow Submariners, and Blaze Battalion pushed us to our limits, and it's battles like these that elevate the game and make us better. As we move forward, we know the job isn't done. 4 gold medals is a tremendous achievement, but it's not the end goal. This team is hungry for more, and we're staying focused on what's ahead. To our incredible fans, thank you for being with us every step of the way. You're a part of this journey. And to my players, let's keep pushing. The season's not over, and there's still more history to write.
Thank you, Coach, for those inspiring words. 4 gold medals, a dominant tournament run, and a team that's clearly built for greatness. But as the coach said, the season's not over yet, and the race to the playoffs is only heating up. Up next, we'll take a closer look at how last weekend's results have reshaped the standings. Stick around. This is the Dodgeball News Network, and we'll be right back.
All right, so Troopers, their 4th gold medal, Blaze Battalion in 2nd, and Ganju Guardians and Yellow Submariners got bronze. All right, now we'll look at where each team is sitting in our standings. Here we go.
Welcome back, Dodgeball fans, to Dodgeball News Network. It's week 7, and after last weekend's thrilling tournament, the league standings have been shaken up yet again. Each team's journey has its own unique twists and turns, from stunning comebacks to heartbreaking losses. As the playoff race heats up, let's take an in-depth look at where each team stands, their performances so far, and what it will take for them to make their mark in this highly competitive season. First place, THC Troopers. The THC Troopers continue to hold the top spot with an astounding 24 points, showcasing their dominance in tournament play. Their 4 gold medals and 2 bronze finishes highlight a team that thrives under pressure, even as their regular season struggles persist with a 1-5 record. Captain Zach has led his squad through adversity, relying on their strategic prowess and ability to perform in clutch moments. Last weekend's victory over the Blaze Battalion in the finals marked their 4th gold of the season, further cementing their status as the team to beat. If the Troopers can convert some of their tournament brilliance into regular season wins, they will solidify their place as the league's powerhouse. Tied 2nd place, Terpene Titans. The Terpene Titans are tied for 2nd place with 18 points, boasting a strong 4-2 record and a consistent medal haul of 3 silvers and 1 bronze. Led by Captain Man-Bear, the Titans have been a model of discipline and tactical gameplay. Their creativity and ability to adapt have kept them competitive in every matchup. However, the elusive gold medal continues to slip through their grasp, as evidenced by their quarterfinal exit last weekend at the hands of the Blaze Battalion. The Titans have the tools to contend for the championship, but they'll need to find that extra gear in high-stakes moments to push themselves to the top. Tied 2nd place, Yellow Submariners. Sharing 2nd place with the Titans, the Yellow Submariners have been one of the league's most consistent and creative teams. With 18 points, a 4-2 regular season record, and a balanced medal haul of 1 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronzes, the Submariners have shown they can excel in any situation. Captain Amber's leadership, combined with standout performances from Christina and Vicki, has made this team a fan favorite. Last weekend's dominant quarterfinal win over the Dodgeball Doomers further proved their ability to rise to the occasion. The Submariners are poised for a deep playoff run, but must maintain their focus and discipline to remain competitive at the highest level. 4th place, Dodgeball Doomers. The Dodgeball Doomers sit in 4th place with 15 points, driven by their agility, reflexes, and smart gameplay. Their 4-2 regular season record and medal count of 1 gold and 2 bronzes reflect a team with both potential and room for improvement. The Doomers have demonstrated moments of brilliance, particularly in their tournament win earlier this season, but inconsistency has kept them from climbing higher in the standings. Last weekend's quarterfinal loss to the Submariners was a tough blow, but this team has the talent to bounce back. A sharper focus and better execution in key moments could make all the difference. 5th place, Blaze Battalion. The Blaze Battalion boasts the best regular season record in the league at 5-1. yet they find themselves in 5th place with 14 points. Their silver and bronze medals reflect strong performances, but also highlight the team's inability to secure a gold. Captain Beanz has emphasized teamwork and fast-paced play, which have been crucial to their success. Last weekend's finals loss to the Troopers was a hard-fought battle, showcasing the battalion's resilience and determination. Despite their setbacks in tournaments, the battalion remains a strong contender, and their regular season dominance makes them a team to watch as the playoffs approach. Tied 6th place, Hash Hitters. The Hash Hitters are tied for 6th place with the Ganja Guardians, each team holding 13 points. With a 2-4 regular season record and a strong medal count of 2 silvers and 3 bronzes, the Hitters have shown they can thrive in tournament settings. Captain Ashley's squad has been a mix of brilliance and frustration, with standout players like CJ and MA leading the charge. Last weekend's quarterfinal loss to the Guardians was another reminder of their struggles with consistency and foul-heavy play. If the Hitters can clean up their game, they have the potential to rise in the standings and make a significant playoff push. Tied 6th place, Ganja Guardians. The Ganja Guardians are tied for 6th with the Hitters, thanks to their 13 points and balanced performances. Their 3-3 regular season record reflects a team still finding its stride, but their medal count of 1 gold and 2 bronzes shows they're capable of shining when it matters most. Captain Crystal's leadership has been instrumental in guiding the team through tough moments, as demonstrated by their impressive quarterfinal victory over the Hitters last weekend. With strong defense and great stamina, the Guardians are a tough matchup for any team, but they'll need to find more consistency to climb higher in the standings. 8th place, Chronic Crusaders. Rounding out the standings are the Chronic Crusaders, who sit in 8th place with just 5 points. Their 2-4 regular season record and single bronze medal reflect a season of struggles and missed opportunities. Captain Kofsey's aggressive style has kept them competitive in individual sets, but defensive lapses and late-game fatigue have often cost them matches. Kay and Magic have provided moments of brilliance, showcasing the team's potential. Last weekend's quarterfinal loss to the Troopers was another example of their ability to fight hard, but ultimately fall short. The Crusaders will need to regroup and refocus if they hope to make a late-season surge. And that's where the teams stand as we head into today's Week 7 regular season games at Deep Dive Arena. The playoff picture is coming into focus, but there's still plenty of room for movement in the standings. Every match matters, and every point could make the difference between making the playoffs or falling short. Coming up next, we'll reveal this afternoon's matchups and break down what's at stake for each team. Stay tuned. This is the Dodgeball News Network, and we'll be right back.
Kitty. All right, everybody. We'll play a song and then we'll reveal this afternoon's matches. Crazy standings, everybody. Crazy standings. And damn, the Troopers are ridiculous. Uh-oh. All right, here we go, everybody.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a fire, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way, loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow. Men will find it hard to sleep tonight. First with their eyes all aglow, will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. Goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. Oh, so I'm offering this simple phrase, Santa's on his way, to kids from 1 to 92. Ooh, although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas.
Hey, good morning, Europe. How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. We are just getting ready to unveil this afternoon's dodgeball games. Hope you're having a Europe-tastic morning, brother. All right, here we go, everybody. Here we go.
All right, dodgeball fans, the moment you've all been waiting for is here. It's time to reveal this afternoon's Week 7 regular season matchups. The excitement is palpable here at Deep Dive Arena, and today's games are set to deliver the kind of intensity, drama, and unforgettable action we've come to expect from this incredible season. Let's dive into the matchups and break down what's at stake in each showdown. Match 1, Blaze Battalion versus Dab Wheel Doomers. The Blaze Battalion and Dab Wheel Doomers kick off the afternoon in what promises to be a strategic and gritty battle. The Battalion, boasting a league best 5-1 regular season record, are looking to rebound after their heartbreaking finals loss to the Troopers last weekend. Captain Beanz' squad is known for their teamwork and fast-paced play, and they'll need every ounce of it to overcome the Doomers. The Dab Wheel Doomers, sitting in 4th place with 15 points, are eager to prove their mettle. Coming off a tough quarterfinal loss to the Submariners, the Doomers will aim to capitalize on their agility and quick reflexes to outmaneuver the Battalion. With both teams hungry for a win, this matchup could set the tone for the rest of the day. Match 2, Ganja Guardians versus Hash Hitters. This mid-card matchup pits two evenly matched teams tied at 13 points apiece. The Ganja Guardians, fresh off their inspiring semi-final run last weekend, are looking to build on their momentum. Captain Crystal's leadership and the team's defensive prowess make them a tough opponent, but consistency remains their biggest challenge. On the other side, the Hash Hitters will be eager to bounce back after their quarterfinal exit to the Guardians just days ago. Captain Ashley's squad, featuring standout players CJ and MA, has shown flashes of brilliance but needs to clean up their foul-heavy play to climb the standings. This rematch is dripping with stakes, and both teams have something to prove. Match 3, Yellow Submariners versus Chronic Crusaders. The Yellow Submariners come into this game tied for second place with 18 points and looking to solidify their position as one of the league's most dangerous teams. Captain Amber's leadership, along with standout performances from Christina and Vicki, has kept the Submariners competitive in every match. After their dominant showing in last weekend's quarterfinals, they'll be looking to carry that energy into today's game. For the Chronic Crusaders, this matchup represents a chance to turn their season around. Sitting in 8th place with 5 points, the Crusaders have struggled to find consistency. But Captain Kofsey's aggressive playstyle and contributions from K and Magic make them a wild card in any game. Can the Crusaders pull off an upset, or will the Submariners continue their climb? Match 4. THC Troopers versus Terpene Titans. The final game of the afternoon is a heavyweight showdown between the league-leading THC Troopers and the second-place Terpene Titans. The Troopers, with an impressive 24 points and 4 gold medals, are riding high after their thrilling tournament victory last weekend. Captain Zach's leadership and the team's ability to thrive in high-pressure situations make them a formidable opponent. Meanwhile, the Titans, also tied for second with 18 points, are eager to prove they can go toe-to-toe with the league's best. Captain Man-Bear's squad has shown resilience and creativity all season, but they'll need to dig deep to overcome the Troopers' tournament-tested grit. This clash has all the makings of a classic and could have major implications for the standings. And there you have it, this afternoon's Week 7 matchups, each packed with its own unique storylines, rivalries, and stakes. With playoff positioning on the line, these games are sure to deliver the kind of high-octane action that keeps us coming back week after week. Be sure to tune in this afternoon as the deep dive arena roars to life with dodgeball drama. This is the Dodgeball News Network. See you at game time.
Much love, Mr. Fielder. Catch you later, bro.
You got your challenge ahead of you, eh?
Yeah, it's gonna be some good games this afternoon. We're into the final leg of the season. We got today, and then Saturday starts the last week. So we've each got, well, depending, but I mean, there's 3 more days of dodgeball until season 4, or until the playoffs. But
playoffs are way more intense. I don't know how, but they are. They are
ridiculous.
They are.
We I might change the playoffs a little bit, but nothing. It'll pretty much still be best of 7 instead of best of 3.
Nice.
And dope ass games this afternoon. I'm super excited. You're good. About that time we can smoke one more and call it a morning show and see everybody this afternoon.
Been a great show so far. Hope you all enjoyed the morning speaker. I absolutely loved it, man. I love when we have the sports guys come in because I know they're all success stories and they've all had their struggles and stuff. And being a walk-on, getting dropped from NFL teams to becoming a Super Bowl hero and then a player of the year, Jesus, what a great story. Hope you guys all learned something from that. Make sure you spread some love and positivity, and we'll catch you this afternoon for some dodgeball. Woo. Do something nice for a stranger. Almost forgot.
Much love, everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching the morning show. It's been a great, great morning. Happy National Statehood Day, Pennsylvania. What? Happy birthmas to Frank Sinatra. That's crazy. All right. I do hope to see everybody this afternoon on Chillin' in the Cove. It will be on Sir Cop's Lot page. This page. Not the Cove page. It will be on the Cove YouTube. Dodgeball this afternoon. Hang out, get high, chillin'. Turf Wars tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you come and check out and see who is gaining or losing properties. Some families are getting down there and some families are getting up there. Hashtag first placers. And hope to see everybody out tonight. That will stream on the Sir Cop Slot page, on the Europe Entertainment page, and on the Cove TV YouTube. So you can watch from any of those pages and you won't miss. Make sure that you are following the one and only Europe Entertainment. It's a brand new week. It's a brand new Europe away. Make sure that you are getting in. Don't become a Sunday night want. Make sure that you follow the instructions, please. Please. And if anybody has any questions on the Rig 3 mystery boxes, reach out to Europe Entertainment. Reach out to anybody from the Cove. And we will help you get your ticket to Planet Europe. Make sure that you are following this Sir Cop Slot page, as we're now trying to grow this motherfucker back up. 1,200 and up. And again, much, much love. And thank you very much, Sir Cop Slot, for letting us borrow your page for these few days. So many fuck yous to Facebook from the Cove TV page, but so many thank you Facebooks from the Sir Cop Slot page. Make sure that you are following Man-Bear. Bro, I always love hanging out with you. The morning show wouldn't be the same without you. I love all the vibes that you bring to the shows, bro. And it's been awesome working with you all these last few months. Thank you to anybody and everybody who helps support the Cove. It truly means the world. You guys make this all possible. Cove TV is literally brought to you guys by viewers like yourselves, and it means the world. As much as we would want to do this, you guys allow us and make this possible. And so thank you very much for all of that. And with that being said, I hope to see everybody this afternoon. It is the holiday season, so we will not be playing our normal "Thank You for Watching the Morning Show" song. We'll play a Christmas song. Much love, everybody. We'll catch you guys this afternoon.
Of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. Oh, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. Oh, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-da. Do-ah, do-ah, do-ah-da. Swing it high, swing it low. Hear those sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. Oh, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Much love, everybody. We'll catch you guys this afternoon.